Caitlin Clark didn't just arrive in the WNBA, she stormed in like a tidal wave. The crowds followed, the cameras followed, the noise followed. But here's the twist. The coaches didn't cheer. They didn't defend her. They didn't even welcome her. Instead, they sent a warning through clipped comments, coded language, and subtle digs. And when you listen closely, their words reveal more about fear than basketball. In this video, we're breaking down how WNBA coaches have reacted to Caitlin Clark, not with celebration, but with resistance. We'll examine the subtle shade from Becky Hammon, the contradictions from Cheryl Reeve, the blunt takedown from Geno Auriemma, and all the other dodges, denials, and deflections. And most importantly, we'll show you how Clark has answered all of it. Not at the podium, but on the court. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll see why every attempt to minimize Caitlin Clark is actually proof of just how much she matters. The first thing you notice, coaches weren't rushing to praise Clark. Instead of defending her against cheap shots and criticism, they downplayed the moment. They called hard fouls normal. They labeled heated moments as nothing. And when asked about her impact, some even questioned whether she fit the league at all. This wasn't random, it was coordinated. Coaches closed ranks, not to protect her, but to shrink her. Becky Hammon gave one of the clearest examples. Asked about Caitlin, she didn't highlight her shooting, her vision, or her ability to dictate pace. Instead, she brought up Clark's trash talk. Nobody talks more crap than Caitlin. It's just a different generation on the surface. A neutral observation. But underneath a dig, different generation is code for she's rewriting the tone in ways older voices can't control. And that's exactly the point. The talk isn't the problem. The plays that follow are. Think about it. Clark trash talks, then buries a three. She chirps, then threads a pass to a wide open shooter. She directs traffic, then breaks down a defense. The talking isn't the issue, it's the fact that her voice carries weight. Coaches know this, and that's why they try to flip the narrative, make the story about her mouth, not her game. That's not analysis, that's an attempt to minimize. Chris Clan admitted the truth. Teams must prepare for Caitlin Clark. She's the focal point of every scouting report, but the moment he said it, he pivoted. He shifted attention to Ari McDonald, to what the team looked like without Clark, to anything but Caitlin herself. Then came Cheryl Reeve. She insisted Caitlin wasn't being targeted by defenders, but in the same breath, she admitted there had been egregious after-play contact. Which is it? You can't deny targeting and admit dirty hits at the same time. That's not clarity, it's contradiction. And the only thing it accomplishes is downplaying the abuse Caitlin has taken while insulting fans who witnessed it. While most coaches danced around the subject, Geno Auriemma went straight for the throat. He mocked Caitlin's fans as delusional, dismissed her rookie class as weak, and declared that she didn't have the right skill set to handle WNBA physicality. He even claimed she wasn't quick enough to survive. That wasn't scouting. It was a takedown. But here's the contradiction. If she's not quick enough, if she's not tough enough, then why is every team designing defensive schemes to stop her? One of the strangest patterns this season has been how opponents talk about Caitlin's so-called stops. Instead of celebrating strong defensive plays, they celebrate referee whistles. Natally, for example, highlighted a travel call against Clark's signature step back like it was the ultimate blueprint, but the very next game, Clark hit the same move cleanly, drilling threes right over defenders. Coaches know they can't stop her consistently, so they cling to the rare whistle like it's proof. It's not, it's desperation. When coaches don't want to acknowledge Caitlin directly, they pivot to praising her teammates. They talk about the Fever's balance or Kelsey Mitchell's speed. But here's the truth. Those strengths shine because Clark bends defenses. Her gravity creates open lanes and spacing. Talking about everyone else is just a polite dodge. The highlights always circle back to the same thing, Clark at the center. If she really hated contact, why are defenses bodying her at every catch, sending traps, and risking fouls to keep her off rhythm? Their actions betray their words. The narrative is spin, not reality. Perhaps the most blatant denial came after Caitlin's clash with Angel Reese. Reporters asked assistant Tyler Marsh about the altercation. His response, basketball play. But everyone saw the replay. Everyone knew it wasn't just a normal contest. Calling it a basketball play wasn't analysis, it was erasure. It minimized Clark's toughness while insulting the intelligence of every fan watching. Why? Because giving her clean credit makes him sound like he's bowing to a rookie. It's classic coach speak. Acknowledge the obvious, then bury it under qualifiers. Fans saw through it immediately. Another common tactic, claiming Caitlyn doesn't like physicality, but watch the tape. She thrives on it. She takes bumps and keeps her dribble. She absorbs contact and still creates space. She drives into traffic and finishes anyway. Interestingly, the harshest words often come from outside the league, like Geno's rant. Inside the league, coaches publicly minimize Clark, but privately game plan around her. That mismatch tells the real story. If she weren't a threat, they wouldn't send double teams. They wouldn't extend pickup points. They wouldn't build defensive shells around her. Their actions expose the truth. They respect her, even when their words don't. Here's the twist coaches didn't plan for. The more they tried to redirect, deny, and diminish, the bigger Caitlyn Clark's spotlight grew. Every clipped compliment became motivation. Every denial became fuel. Every dismissal only made fans rally harder behind her. The resistance isn't shrinking her, it's amplifying her. Because Caitlyn doesn't fight back with words. She doesn't get into press conference battles. She answers the only way she knows how, by winning possessions. She buries threes, delivers dimes, closes games, and signs autographs for kids afterward. While coaches minimize her at the mic, she maximizes her impact on the court, and that's why their words sound smaller every week. This is the irony of it all. Coaches may try to frame her as a problem. They may call her shots tough or her contact normal. They may claim she's not built for the league, but the games tell the truth. Teams start with Caitlyn Clark. They bend to Caitlyn Clark, and too often, she's the one who finishes the night with the ball in her hand. She doesn't need their approval, because the scoreboard says everything they want. And here's the part that should scare opponents the most. Caitlyn Clark is just getting started. If you believe Caitlyn Clark deserves more respect in the WNBA, drop a 22 in the comments, and if you want more deep breakdowns of the battles she's facing both on and off the court, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.